So I am at week 7 of my hysterectomy recovery. I'm at a place where, although the pain is still prevalent sometimes, the pain overall has taken a back seat. The pain has climbed all the way in the back, but the emotions has climbed into the front seat and has taken the whole wheel, and she driving, y'all. She is driving. Never imagined that I would need a hysterectomy in my 30s. Nor did I ever considered being 40 and not having the family that I dreamed of, not having the family that I planned. But here we are. I'll be 40 this week, this Sunday to be exact. And I would be lying to myself if I said I didn't feel disappointed, angry, or like a failure. Don't get me wrong. I'm so appreciative and blessed with the family that I have. I have an amazing spouse. I have an incredible daughter. I have a great career. I have a thriving and successful business. Like, my life is good with a T at the end. But it doesn't feel complete. And unlike all the other goals I set for my life, it's nothing that I can do about it. And it hurts. During this past 7 weeks, I've received a lot of text messages and, DMs and Facebook messages from friends and associates, everybody asking me if I'm okay. And I find myself lying. Like, I'm telling them I'm okay, when the truth is I'm not okay. Like, I'm an overachiever, so I feel like I just got an F on my report card. And that may be hard for anybody to understand, but that's how I feel. And it hurts. It's like the emotional pain feels physical, and it's no way to prepare for that. Like, last week, my entire household was on that period. My daughter, my wife, my daughter's friends, everybody was on a cycle. And usually all of us are on our cycle at the same time. It's like I'm first, my daughter's first, me, then my wife, but somehow all of us be on the same week. And I was like, oh, and I brushed it off. And then my wife said, I'm giving you a party for your birthday. I didn't want to tell you, but I need your help. When I realized that my birthday is almost here, February just ended, I didn't have a period, my journey to more children really is over. And that's when all of the emotions came in. It's like before that moment, I didn't have time to think about the emotions or the mental or how it would affect me, because the pain was so prevalent. Like, the pain was so intense. I didn't have time. I couldn't focus on anything. Only thing I could focus on is, let me take these pain pills and let me take my ass to sleep. Okay? That's all I could focus on. And it's like, now that the pain isn't prevalent, now that the pain has taken a back seat, my body is just naturally on its own focusing on the other changes. and it hurts. I can remember being a teenager. I always said I never wanted kids. I never wanted kids. I grew up in a household that was violent. My dad was alcoholic. He beat on my mom just because it was fucking Monday. Like, it was a lot. Then my mom, unfortunately, had a lot of generational curses done to her, which then they were spread to us, which didn't feel good. Then it was a lot of colorism. So it's like I didn't want any children because I was so afraid that I was going to do to mine what was done to me. Doesn't matter that the stuff that was done wasn't intentional. The fact is, I felt it. I did not want any of my children, any of my offsprings to feel that. So I said, I'm going to go on Depo. So I put myself on Depo. I went and got my shot faithfully. And one day out of nowhere, I go to the doctor thinking I'm sick, you know. And they say, oh, Miss such and such, you're 16 and a half weeks pregnant. I couldn't believe it. How am I pregnant on Depo? And I can remember going through so much. When I went back home and I told my sister and her friends was there that I was pregnant, the first thing out of everybody's mouth was, oh, you could go downtown and get you a Section 8 apartment. Oh, you can go get on welfare. Oh, girl, you could be home all the time now. You could do this, 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 and this. Not one person said, well, you're pregnant, but you're staying your butt in college. Like, you can do this. Like, I was always smart, so I knew that was my way out. And no one said that. And I could remember continuing to go to school while pregnant, go to college while pregnant. And so many of my family members and people close to me frowned at me because how dare you go to college? How dare you try to get more? I can remember being like 9 months pregnant, overdue, and I'm just sitting in my room like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this out because she deserves it all. And I wrote some notes down. And to this day, I keep this goal list of mine in my wallet. No matter what bag I carry, I keep it on me. That way, I will never forget where I came from or where I've been. Therefore, I can appreciate where I'm at now. And here's my goals. It's smeared because it's old. Like, I wrote this almost 21 years ago. It says, goal 1, I'm going to have this baby. I'm going to pass my classes. I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to get this career. I'm going to raise my baby. I'm going to get married. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to have more babies. And I'm going to be happy. And then at the bottom it said, I will not be a statistic. And I signed it Nookie. That was my nickname, y'all. I've accomplished, out of these 10 goals, I've accomplished everything except number 9, and that's have more babies. And it hurts. Because no matter what I've done in life, no matter how I did it, being a mama will always be my favorite. And I can't even explain the pain. It just hurts. When all of this first happened to me and I sued my first doctor, I can remember during the deposition process, I don't remember if that was the doctor's attorneys or if that was just like administrative representative. I really don't remember. But she said something that always stuck to me. She said, I don't understand why you have taken this far. Look at me. I don't have any kids, and I'm fine. And I'm fine. You'll be fine too. You just need to throw this out. And I remember saying the difference between me and you is that was your choice. My choice was taken from me. Nobody asked me if I didn't want any more kids. Doctors just made bad decisions that made me suffer. And it hurts. I find myself telling people I'm okay, knowing that I'm not okay. Because if I tell them I'm not okay, then that's going to lead to the question of, well, what's wrong? And then when I tell them what's wrong, then I have to deal with all of their unbiased opinions based on how they personally feel. You know, for example, during these past 7 weeks, I've had friends and associates text me, oh my God, girl, my period just came, man. These cramps is killing me, girl. You are so lucky. I wish I could have a hysterectomy. You are so lucky. And I'm sitting there like, what? Wait, what? Lucky? But I wish I had your cramps. Then you got other people who feel like, well, why do you want to start over? Your kid is about to be 21. What they got to do with anything? Then you have other people who have this assumption that because you have had a baby when you was 19, in their mind you missed out on life. You know, I was lucky. My child's dad and his family, I had a lot of help. I had a whole village, so I was still able to live. I was still able to travel. I was still able to do a lot of things that a lot of people assume I missed out on. So they'll be like, you'll be able to do this now. What? I did that before. I did that already, and I've been there before. So for me, it's blah. And then the flip side of that, it's like, okay, even if I did have another baby, and even if I never experienced those things before, why can't I take my baby with me? Why can't I get that baby a passport? Why can't I show my baby the world the way I'm seeing the world? Why can't I fly my baby out so he or she can get an idea of different cultures? Like, it's just so much. And I find myself, when people giving their unbiased opinions and stuff, I find myself becoming more angry, which isn't good, because all of these emotions, I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel. So I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with feelings that I didn't even know I had. So what am I supposed to do? So how can I respond to you without punching you in your throat when I don't even know how I'm supposed to deal with this while swallowing it? Like, it's a lot. And nobody tells you about this part. Nobody. It's like the emotional is so bad, I can literally feel that my insides is empty. Everybody has their idea of what their legacy should be. I don't want my legacy to just be mama of one. Like, I wanted to have a few babies. That's my legacy. When I'm gone, I want pieces of me left. I don't have that option now, and it hurts, and nobody gets that part. So it's hard for me right now because I do suffer from mental illness. I do battle depression. I was diagnosed with a mood disorder. I was diagnosed with PTSD, and so I got all of those things. I'm just going back on those meds because I'm not on all of these pain meds. So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. But I'm trying, and I'm sharing all this because I want to be open and transparent. And everybody who has a hysterectomy doesn't feel the way I feel, because there's some people that generally don't want more children. That's fine. It's some people that don't want any children